Oh, this is Bobby at Copal TV Repair, and this is another functionality proof for a JUGS change-up machine that was just repaired and is now being tested. I have a number of similar videos. This is what we use for testing. It's a smaller motor, not the original one, because the original ones are so expensive and so hard to come by. I wanted to do a close-up of the board so that the customer can then compare it with their own, when they receive it and see that this is the same board. What was repaired is relatively easily seen if the board is dismantled and looked on the back side. What I want to show is that it does regulate. I just turned down, that's why it stopped, and you can hear the sound probably of the lower motor. The thing is on the bottom that rotates. Let me turn it off. See where you can see it stopping, and now it's gonna start. 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. And if I increase the speed, it does increase as well. I don't want to increase it too high because this motor is small and I can overload it. And if I overload it, it will probably burn, and when it burns, it's probably going to take down the board as well. What you need to know is that if your motor is bad, you're risking to take that board down again as well. This is something that has happened before. Another note is that since the board was sent without the cable for the switch, this is our own, it will go back, of course, without that cable as well. I'm going to research how you can test your motor to see that it's not bad to a point where it will take down. Because here's the problem, as you can tell here, this machine draws 3.4 amps at 120 volts. That is nearly 360 watts. That is a lot of power. Now that is peak power probably, not the continuous one. But let's say that motor is working, the big one, the real one. It's a 92 volt motor, 90 volt motor. Let's say it works at 4 amps. Yeah, that's a lot. 1 amp, 90 watts. 2 amps, yeah, somewhere there. 2 to 4 amps probably is what it's rated at. That is significant amount of power and big current. And if the motor jumps, let's say it doesn't make a good contact, or there is a shortage in the windings that depending on the current, it may start jumping, or it may otherwise misbehave in a way that causes a sudden change in the current that is running through the circuit. Now, the motor itself, because its inductance resists that change, and as a result of that, the way that works is the voltage starts jumping really, really sharply high, and the higher voltage leads to overloading and killing stuff that is here. Of course, the two transistors mostly that regulate the output voltage, and that are not designed to handle that high jumps of voltage. So the real thing is, okay, the board is working now, but if you have a motor that has a winding that has started to go out, and that may only happen after certain load, how can you prevent another failure here? I will have to make a follow-up video after I do some more detailed research. For the time being, at the very minimum, what you have to do is always start low and try increasing it very slowly and gradually, and listening and observing the motor. And at the very first sign, even though those things happen so fast that you cannot really count on yourself being able to stop it fast enough, but you increase it slowly and you just listen whether there are jumps, whether there is arcs, and if there are, chances are your motor is bad. There is a company that repairs motors. We don't presently. That's a lot of mechanical work, and we're mostly electronics repair shop. But there is a company online that does repair those motors, and those motors are actually manufactured and sold solely for JUGS. You can't find them or equivalent anywhere else. It's a full closed circuit. It's at least to the best of my knowledge. It's the manufacturer's heaven. They have full control of everything. And if needed, you might still be better off buying a new motor through them, even though it's definitely going to be cheaper to send yours to, again, there is a company. It's not us. You will find it online. Go and find the model of the motor. It's on the label, and search for repair jig machine motor in Google, and it will find it. My point is, we show it working, and we can't guarantee that if you put it on a bad motor, in fact, quite the opposite, I can pretty much